Hi there and welcome to Wander and Frame. In today's episode you're gonna see 3 different attempts to hike and snowboard ski down one and same mountain. I'll also show you a short version of how I live hacked my new action camera Insta360, and I'll show you 3 different versions of how to hike up this mountain. First I went on snowshoes, and then on boots, and last but not least on splitboard. On April 23rd was the first attempt, and I went snowshoeing up, and I was also carrying a pretty heavy backpack with me, including my snowboard boots and my helmet and a whole ton of other gear. It turned out that snow conditions were pretty great that day and the weather was changing a lot. We started with jackets on, and then I had to take it off and take off my shirt as well because it got really hot. But before I knew it, it started snowing, and after a while we got a full whiteout, so we decided to turn and ride down before reaching the summit. I must say that repacking and attaching snowshoes to the backpack is pain in the ass in these kind of conditions, when it's snowing, when it's windy, and my fingers freeze really fast. So I decided that next time I'm gonna find a better solution. We weren't riding down too fast, but it ended up so quickly. I felt like it was such a bummer to be done with the route when it was over. At the bottom of the mountain, we ate some lunch before heading back home, and I realized that that was such an unnecessary load to carry all the way up. I had coffee, I had cream, I had my lunch. I had so much stuff that was completely unnecessary, which made my backpack really heavy. So I knew that next time I'm not gonna do the same mistake again. May 3rd, I went alone this time, and I tried to pack only the necessary gear with me. I also decided to ditch the snowshoes and just hike with my boots, which would make me carry less crap. So yeah, let's see how it goes. In the beginning, the trail was really nice to hike on with boots. I didn't fall through, and it was looking really promising. But then it got harder to walk, and every single step made me go through the snow, which made it really slow and really difficult to hike on without snowshoes or skis or anything like that. And then it started snowing again, which didn't make it any easier for the mood. basically because I knew how fast it can go from here to a full whiteout. And what you know, here we had another snowfall.
I really don't know what to do. At the top and now at the bottom, complete whiteout. I should focus on surviving, I guess. Yeah, the mountain top would be there. Do you see it? Yeah, me too. I don't know. I guess I should start riding down. Maybe not.
This time I brought my battery-driven heat gloves, which definitely helped to struggle with the snowboard, to unplug it from my backpack and stuff like that.
I decided to ride down because I think it's safest. Now at least I see some at least I see the outlines of the trail down. I don't see that at all, so I guess it's the best to go down.
And snow conditions this day were 100% horrible. Never in my life have I experienced this horrible type of snow.
Here I am laying in a ditch. My goggles are obviously flying.
I have no good explanation of what the snow was like this day, but it was impossible to take turns, and most of the route I just rode down on the edge of my snowboard. And I would think that I'm a horrible snowboarder, but then I saw an old man on the ski who was falling down just as many times as I did, and I realized that it must be not just me. It must be really difficult snow conditions. At the parking lot, I met some people that I knew, and I told them that conditions were horrible, but they decided to go anyway because it looked all sunny and beautiful, so they kind of didn't believe me, I guess. But I asked the lady to message me later on and tell me what she thinks about the snow, which she did, and it turned out that she thought the conditions were horrible, which was amazing to hear, so that I knew that my perception of the situation wasn't just subjective. May 21st, and there is another attempt to reach the summit. And I just bought an action camera, which I was really eager to test out today. In the local shop they had a camera, but they had no accessories for this specific camera, so I had to use my old action camera, which were dusting in the basement for years, and it had some accessories which I never used. So I had to make some tricks and make some homemade accessories for my camera. I might make a new video with life hacks for Insta360 camera, but I'm not gonna go into details right now. Testing out. This time I rented splitboard because I realized that neither snowshoes nor boots are good enough for this kind of hikes, and as a snowboarder you will always hang far away from all the guys on the skis. Even with the splitboard you still have the struggle of changing the bindings on the mountaintop, but it turned out to be quite much easier than setting up snowshoes or even unplugging snowboard from the backpack and stuff like that. Here we go again. This was my very first time on the splitboard, and it was not too easy to unplug the bindings and set them up in the snowboard mode, but together we managed it somehow. So yeah, I would say out of 3 different ways of getting up to the mountaintop, this was by far the most efficient one and the most fun one. Today the snow conditions weren't the easiest either, but definitely better than the last time when I hiked it alone. So out of 3 hikes, that would be number 2, and our first would be number 1, and my solo hike would be the worst one.
Ja. Nej, men den gången jag var här hamnade jag i alla fall. Ja. Där var du helt. Oj. Oj, oj, oj. Au. Oh my God.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed one of my last winter adventures of this season. I don't guarantee that that's the last one, but most likely. And I'm gonna see you in the summer adventures. Follow for more.
Sista skitur som ser nu. Det kommer amerikansk flyg. Hurra! Vi klarte det denna gången i alla fall här.